Welcome to HOTSET. My name is Adrian Stroni, Product Manager. Today we're going to show you the D-System. Our D-System is a portable analytical instrument for toolmakers, injection molding technicians and manufacturers for equipment. Whenever water is used as energy transport, problems, issues and questions occur. These can be analyzed with our D-System. The D-System shows you where the problems occur and helps you to locate them quickly. 5 different measurements can be displayed and, if required, logged via short-term or long-term measurement. The D-System consists only of a battery-powered display and a measurement module. In the following videos we will show the D-System in detail. We start with the connection first, then how to connect to your machine. After that, how to handle the device, the display of the readings, and the analysis. On the bottom side of our display you can find different connections. Actually, we have here the network port, we have the USB port to save the readings you will find later. We have the power supply to charge a battery or to just use it as a standalone machine. We have the connection to our measuring unit, and we do have our in and out ports for your machine, injection molding machine or whatever you have. On the bottom side of our measuring unit you will find a connection for the display, the input for your temperature controller so that you can pump the water through our system to your machine, back to the system, and then to the temperature controller again. It will measure all the necessary data. With this 3/4 inch thread you can use your own connectors. As soon as all connections are established, you will measure the following. To start the system, just push the HOTSET button. It will boot up in 30 seconds. As soon as the display is on, just click on this button to show the battery. On the top part of the display you have different icons. The HOTSET logo will bring you back to the home screen. Here we have the clock. By clicking on the warning icon, limits and errors are displayed. The information icon gives you access to the system manual. Here you see the battery charge and, if attached to an external power supply, the charging status. And last but not least, the drop-down menu with all the necessary settings. On the bottom right, in each menu, you can click on the back icon to return to the previous screen. The menu is organized from top to bottom. In the first setting point, System Settings, you will find the users. Under User, you set the language and the interval of the graph. The setting of the graph is only for the visual display and not for the measurement data. Under the menu option Hardware, you can see the specifications of the measuring module. The hardware limits on the left side are given, the calibration data as well. However, this can be changed by the user. Changing these values will directly change the measuring results. Under the menu option Storage Medium, you can set the data logging speed, but we will talk about this later. Under the menu option Time and Date, you have the possibility to set both. Go to the drop-down menu and enter your data. Have you entered the date and time? Just click on Write Time and Date. Under Zoom, you can enlarge one of your measurement values by just clicking on the appropriate icon. If you wish to display the measurement values automatically, click on this icon, set the unit and the delay time. Click on the back icon to return to the overview. Now you can see your enlarged value. If the background is blue, it's cooling. If it's red, it's heating. By re-clicking, you will come back to the overview. Under Process Setting, you can set a new configuration for your device under test. Click on New, write the name, set your limits for temperature, pressure and flow. The monitoring is active by default. If you wish to turn it off, click on Deactivate Monitoring. Save it, and after that you have to activate it. In Process Overview, you have the possibility to display your values in 4 different ways: scheme, analog, list and graphs. You have an overview of the measuring points as you can find them on the measuring module. In addition, the energy, the delta T and the delta P are also displayed on the left. In the Process Overview Analog, the measured values are visualized with those pointers. This allows you to quickly see if you are in your set tolerances. Green means it is in the limit, red means it is not. In the next view, all values are listed. Here we have an overview of all values. All measured data are displayed in tabular form. In the right-hand area, they are also displayed as color-coded bars. In the Process Overview graphs, the data is displayed as a curve. Select the desired graph by moving the cursor position. Now you can read the selected value. By pinching, you can zoom freely into the graph. Below the graph you will find 2 different icons. They can be used to zoom out and to switch to the previous view. The most important point is the analysis. On the far left of the graph, on the y-axis, you can see flow, temperature and pressure. Below, the measuring point, and on the right, the digital input. At the top, you can see the legend. To display your values, go to Settings and select the desired input. Via the drop-down menu, you can set the graph's interval speed. For example, if you connect an injection molding machine to the I and O port of the D-System, you have the possibility to synchronize your process by activating the digital input. If the input signal is too short, you can extend it. You also have the possibility that the graph stops as soon as the signal drops by activating this option. To go back to the analysis, click on the arrow. To start a short analysis, press the pause button. To set the wished analysis range, move the cursor to the start position and press the left Save button. Then move the cursor to the end position and press the right Save button. The analysis range is now set and can be deleted if necessary. To view the results, press this button. Now the minimum, average and maximum value of each measuring point are displayed. For a detailed analysis over a long period of time, we go back to the graph settings. In this menu, select Log. Now you will see the data log configuration screen. To save the data, connect an USB stick to the USB port. Cancel the appearing message. Define your interval speed between 200 and 60,000 milliseconds. Start the record by pressing Start icon. As long as you see the save symbol, logging is active. If you want to stop the logging, simply press Stop. It is important that you eject the storage medium properly, otherwise all saved data could be lost. To check the stored data, stop logging, eject the USB stick, and double-click on the file. This file's title is composed of HOTSET, date and time. You will see logging date, time code and measuring values, but also synchronization, limits and errors. If any of the last mentioned values change, it will be marked with 1. In this example, a mold circuit was connected to our D-System via the digital input and has been logged for 1 cycle. Here you can see the synchronization signal with our D-System. The heat transfer in the mold increases the return line temperature. Shortly after the flow stopped, at the same time, the supply pressure P1 increased and P2 collapsed. As soon as the flow was restored, accumulated energy in the mold resulted in a return line temperature peak. The reason for that could be a kink toss of a moving plate in the injection machine. Under item information, you see, for example, the serial number and our contact address. To switch off the system, select Shut Down. This was a short presentation of our D-System. If you have questions or if you are interested in the D-System, the HOTSET team is always at your service. My name is Adrian Strojny, Product Manager at HOTSET. Thank you for watching.